Welcome back. Today we're talking about 6 days long personal development seminar by Tony Robbins, Date with Destiny. And let me tell you, this was the best date I've ever had. This is not my first time attending the seminar. It's the second time. I was there once in 2020 and my life drastically changed. I gave myself the name Faith after that seminar, and I've been living that name. And that name has brought me everything I have right now. So I'm extremely grateful to Tony. And I also want to talk about why I went there for the second time. Repetition is the master of skill. And it was so different to learn things for the second time because then I had a different approach. I grew in this time. And also because of the fact that I already knew them, I could spend more time on the implementation. And these days, information is cheap. You can find information everywhere. What is important is the implementation. That's why I went there for the second time, and I'm so grateful that I did. Here I have the manual, which is 116 pages long, and we had 6 days and all had themes. The first day was the preparation day, second day was evaluation, third day was discovery, fourth day was relationship day. We talked all about relationship, mostly intimate ones. Fifth day, transformation, and sixth day was the integration day. I want to talk about the most important things that we covered. One of the things that Tony talks about all of his events and his content is the importance of a peak state. When we want to achieve a goal, mostly what we do is that we go to the how first. How do I make that possible? But how is not the first step. The first step is focus and state and your story. And then the how will take care of itself. So the importance of living in a beautiful state, no matter what, is going to take you wherever you want to go. And Tony talks about the triad of your state, which consists of physiology, focus, and language. Those three things create your state. What do I mean by that? If you're laying down on the couch and you're like looking at Netflix, what kind of state are you in? You're not in a state of a leader. You're not in a state of a creator. You're in a state of a lazy person. And you're going to create things that a lazy person does. If you are, standing straight, or like if you just moved your body, then your physiology gets activated. Second is focus. What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on the lack, or are you focusing on the abundance? Are you focusing on things you didn't achieve, or your failures, or are you focusing on your potential and reframing them as lessons? It is really, really important to learn to reframe things, because whatever you speak, you are the first person who hears it. And if you constantly speak shit about yourself, then this is not gonna work, my friend. And third, and I love this one, is language. Your language is so important. I invite you to take a lot more responsibility on things you speak out loud, because whatever you speak out loud, you are creating it. If you constantly say that I am so tired, or like I am stupid, I can't do it, whatever you say after I am with enough intensity and emotion, you will become. So we have to be extra careful on our language. Also, our emotions will be affected by our language. Tony gives the example of there is a difference between saying I'm frustrated versus saying I'm a little peeved. If you're constantly saying I'm frustrated, I'm overwhelmed, then your body has to give you that reaction. But if you just say that I am a little unrelaxed right now instead, the reaction that your body is going to give is going to be completely different. Your state creates your feelings create your behaviors create your destiny. So if you want to change your destiny, you have to go all the way back and create a beautiful state within yourself, have a beautiful physiology, have a good focus, and be careful with your language. Another thing that we reviewed in day 2 was 6 basic human needs, which are certainty, variety, significance, love and connection, contribution, and growth. And your life will change according to which of these 6 needs you value more than the other ones. And this was my biggest breakthrough in this seminar, because I realized that the more I grew in my entrepreneurship journey, the more I got a little bit distracted with the toys, because I was achieving things that once were dreams for me. And the more I achieved, the more my ego wanted to achieve, right? More travel, more money, more material things. And I wanted more significance. That was my need for significance. And I realized that it was because I couldn't give that love to myself within. And I was seeking that in outside, and I shifted that focus by starting to value contribution and growth more than significance and certainty. So I started having a look on things. How can I give, not how can I get? And I actually changed my question as well. And what we learned in day 2 was also a thing called your primary question. So this is the question you ask yourself every single day. It mostly comes in stress moments. So you can observe yourself, the inner dialogue you have in moments of stress. What question do you keep asking yourself? That is your primary question. And mostly we have negative primary questions like, what did I do wrong? Or how can I be accepted? Why am I not enough? And these negative questions are so dangerous because they already imply that you are not good enough, or already you made a mistake. My old primary question was, how do I fix this? Which implies I already made a mistake. But then I shifted that to, how can I feel God within me and act from that state even more right now? And this really gives me so much faith and trust, everything I need, basically. In day 3, we started diving deep into our values. And we made a list of our current values. And this is so important. I'll try to put a picture somewhere around here so you can see my old list. And we asked ourselves, like, Dilan, what has been more important to you, this or that? And then we made a list, because you might know your values, like you might know that you value family, or like you value happiness. But first of all, you need to find out your end values. So if you're valuing family, it probably means that you're valuing love or connection. And then what is also important is the order and sequence of these values, because the things that are at a higher level in your list are going to be more important to you. So we made that list in day 3, and day 4 was relationship day. And I'm always amazed by listening to Tony talk about relationship, difference between masculine and feminine energy. And we all have both, okay? We just have one that is in our core. And because our society today highly rewards masculine energy, which is like more about focus, getting shit done, getting it, our female energy gets suppressed. And that creates a lot of problems, because we are not of integrity of ourselves. And the biggest reason a relationship cannot work is the loss of polarity, loss of difference between feminine and masculine energies. Because mostly in these days, we as women try to be like men just because that is more rewarded. And we try to control, and we had so many instances in the seminar of women trying to control the men, and it created a lot of problems. And guess what? I could resonate with that a lot as well. We really need to find a way to balance our inner energies, and we really need to find a way to show up as our core in a relationship. And we also created our relationship vision, which I think is very beautiful, because without a vision, people perish. And if you're not growing, you're dying. And this is the same for your relationship as well. I created the relationship vision that I have. Then came day 5, in which we wrote our mission statement, which starts with, the purpose of my life is to XYZ. Day 6, we started the process of writing our new values according to the person we want to become. So we reverse engineered that. And then we made exercises to, make sure that that gets into our body and not just stays in our mind, but gets into our body and our soul. So we said it with so much conviction. Another tool Tony gave us was something called incantations, which is basically like affirmations. And this is the story of how I named myself Faith after Date with Destiny 2022. Because an incantation is an affirmation that you say, but you integrate your whole body, your physiology. You go on a walk or a jog or like make a move, Then it is not only in your body, because as Tony says, when you keep saying like, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, and then your brain goes, I'm not happy. So if you integrate your physiology and then you say it with enough emotion, then it really gets into your body. And I was saying this in Date with Destiny 2022, I am Faith, I'm Faith, I'm Faith. And then I realized I really was Faith. And I realized, why can't I name myself whatever I want? So I gave myself another name 2 years ago, and my life has never been the same ever since. So this was a very, very short summary of what happened in the 6 days of Date with Destiny. I strongly, strongly, strongly recommend this seminar if you want to recreate yourself, transform yourself, find yourself, find your truth, things that really mean to you. I was getting so emotional every single day. I was crying because Tony just has so much love, and people, like, we are trying so hard to achieve things, and like, it's great. I love this as well. But in the end, it is always about love. And it was so important to see that with other people as well. Just checking if my mic is still working because it stopped in the last video. So I strongly recommend you to do his seminar. If you cannot, then I really encourage you to start taking care of your physiology first. Write your affirmations and start incanting them, bringing them, like making a spell. Why do you think we call in English it's spelling? Because words are spells. But you need to have the mindset of, oh, I'm creating that as I speak. If you can't attend a seminar, activate your physiology, write a list of your values right now, and then write a list of the values of the person you want to become and compare this list. And let me know in the comments if you would like to have a video of me diving deep into what values I have and how I changed, transformed them after Tony's seminar. Also, see how you can feed your both feminine and masculine energies, and who are you showing up as in a relationship. Is it your true self, or is it something that you're playing just to be accepted by the society? There are 1,000 more things that I could say. I would love to answer the questions you may have. Write it as a comment and let me know which part of this video was more helpful for you. Follow me on Instagram, join my Facebook group if you want to reshape and transform your marketing, your income and impact. Then book a free call and let's chat, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.